Hi guys, and welcome back to Appraisal Paper Planning. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to do as much of a compare between a B6 and an A5 wide that I can give in a video. I wanted to show the actual sizing of it all. I did this a little bit, I forget which video I uploaded where I compared it a little bit, but I wanted this to be and just purely a comparison between these two planners to show you the differences, the sizing, all that stuff. It would be better if I had two planners from the same company. So if I had an A5 wide from Sadie Stickers along with this, Erin Condren doesn't make a B6, so I can't really compare those two. But this is what I can do with, again, there'll just be some stuff that I'll show you in Erin Condren that I don't really have in this, and vice versa. So what I am going to do is start off with just the sizing, trying to do it in the most corner that I can where it's completely on the screen. And this isn't exactly, I feel like you see this, but you don't know, you can't visualize it. Just how small the B6 is compared to an A5 wide. So I'm going to try and figure out, so this is just washi tape. Try to show a visual comparison of the sizing so you can compare it to washing tape. Again, kind of showing you how small the B6 is compared to just an A5 wide. But that's washi. I'm trying to think of something else too. I could pull out a ruler. That might help. But I also, when I bought the B6, I didn't realize how small it was. I didn't exactly get out a ruler and tell you that it is ruler measurements 7.5 inches by, not counting the coil, over 5.5 inches that way. Compared to the ruler, I mean, just barely. This is, of course, a 7x9. Well, 7.5 by 9. Oh, the paper. Okay. So the paper should be 7x9. That makes sense. It's not. Fun fact. There you have it. If you look at this really closely, the paper in an Erin Condren 7x9, or what they call it, is not 7 inches. It's 7 inches this way. I measured it. See, you can see that it is 7 inches on top. But this way, it is not 9 inches. That's intriguing. But again, just trying to do as much of a comparison as I can between these two. So that's just the sizing of it. Now I'm going to flip to a plain monthly in here. I don't have a plain month. So since I don't have a plain month, this will actually be perfect. I'm going to use May. Reason why it's perfect? Same sticker company kits on both. So this, let's just compare this side. So as you can see, and this one, so this is a Sadie Stickers. The insides for B6 monthlies are all a little different from what I've seen. Like the Aurora Acel inserts mimic more so an A5 wide, but smaller. But most B6 have this part on the back instead of a lot of header space. So you'll see a lot of different things from B6. I don't know if this bottom part is actually standard or not. I can look into it, but this is just a good comparison of the actual amount of things you can put comparatively to each other. Like I put launch day for EC both with flags, and as you can see, the flag took over, not even over half of this tiny little box, whereas this barely. The flag might be half, but the actual wording is not, if that makes any sense. So, and as you can see here, this is the same size sticker here and here. And on Memorial Day in the B6, it doesn't even fit in the box, so I had to do it smaller. But over here, you can't see where it starts, really. I'm gonna point with it with my tweezers. Might be able, but it starts here and ends here, so there's clearly enough room. And I'm used to, I am not quite up to date, but I'm used to trying to put a memory per day in this, and I cannot do that on top of trying to use it as actual functionality instead of just memory stuff. So that's something else to kind of look at. So again, this has the really tall, whereas this is all you can really put here. And instead you get more of a sidebar, but this also has a sidebar. And as you can see, this is also a good example. I had to cut down this girl to put her over here just for save the date stuff. So that's one of them right there. But again, just trying to get a good comparison. And here you can see the happy birthday going off the box in here. So if you just take one day and compare it to the size, you'll see that, yes, I got to write something here beside it, but I didn't get to put an icon here, but I put an icon here, so on and so forth. Didn't write appointment, APPT here, but you can, if you pick a certain day, you can see the difference and see how much smaller this is, I think. We'll go to this week in my A5 wide, sorry, along with my, actually let's go to last week so the bookmark's not in the way, and that way it's mostly finished. Mostly being the keyword. I started to get sick, but I'll try to put this in the middle-ist that I can, and it's hard to see, but you have, if this were actually in the middle, almost a column's length on either side, most of a washi, and then all of the headers. But again, you can't really see that from where I've had it, where I have this placed, but that is how much more room you have in the A5 wide compared to the B6. Now again, I don't really, as of right now, have all that much planned ahead of time, so I like my B6 and the fact that I can minimize all the decorations and stuff if I need to get more space. But if I don't have a lot going on that day, I can easily put in a checklist, put in a full backs, and have most of the day covered. This I've felt, especially when I was decorating it, I was just decorating it for fun, to be honest. Like, I put this spread down, I can't even tell you how many months ago. Just, I was getting into it at that point, but just how much I have to put down and be like, I hope I have something to do that day to put in this box. I don't plan stuff out that far in advance, especially right now with all my stuff that I have going on that isn't really set in stone. A lot of the wedding planning stuff, we're kind of in limbo right now. I know, weird, but it just feels like we're in limbo. We don't, a lot of the tastings and stuff, all the catering, all the bar services, all that stuff with the reception came with our reception venue. So we're not going to do tastings and stuff until probably 2 or 3 months out of our wedding date, and that's in December. So you'll probably see me become busier when I get closer to that time, but still, I'm getting a lot closer than I was at first. Don't get me wrong, it's creeping up on me. I'm realizing that, but yes. So the good thing about this is, yes, this column is shorter, but it's the same width. So as you can see here, you can't really see, but the Cinco de Mayo here is the same exact, can fit the exact same way over here. Happy birthday, again, not the same exact sticker, but pretty close to where you can see the similarities. I'm gonna see if there's something else over here I can use to help show that. Mother's Day, again, well, you can see it there, but Mother's Day there and Mother's Day here. Just some more comparison. And then it's about the, I don't know, I'm not going to really comment about the thickness, only because I feel like that's going to be the same, and then different planner companies will have different thickness depending upon the paper, depending upon EC has dashboards and stuff in their planners. Sage Stickers doesn't have the dashboards, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm going to be honest, I really don't know what to do with the dashboards. I feel like a lot of people have ideas, but anyways, I'm gonna get to not gonna look at this, I'm gonna go to a blank, I don't really have it in here, but a blank B6. It also, to show you just how small this is, it can almost fit on the A5 wide if I turn it this way. The B6 does not have a sidebar, whereas the A5 wide does. I don't know if you saw that in one of my spreads, but we'll do this one. It has a sidebar. It has a place where I can put a checklist, put my habit trackers, put memory. I could not think of that word. Put a full box, put all of this on the sidebar, instead of having to figure out, okay, I'm gonna put the weekly checklist here, I'm gonna put the habit trackers. You don't have to do that in the A5 wide. It's all on the side, whereas in the B6 you don't have the option for a sidebar, so you have to figure out, if you want to use habit trackers, if you want to use a weekly checklist, where to put it that would be best. Like, I thought about for a second maybe putting the weekly checklist in both the habit trackers, but there's, on top of a washi, you'd have no room on Monday, whereas I don't have as much stuff on Saturday and Sunday, so I can put that here. And if you do usually have a lot of stuff happening on the weekends, B6 probably won't be best for you, because the B6 boxes are not even half the size of the rest of the week. So that's something else to keep in mind if you're looking at it from that standpoint, whereas in the A5 wide, you can clearly see that you have the same amount of space for every single day. Again, I don't really, as you can see, I put what dinner I have each week just to kind of fill space in. That actually also was beneficial for me to make sure I was eating. Sometimes I get that way when I'm too busy. I've worked on it a lot. But as you can see, didn't put yesterday's dinner down. I will do that later. But besides the point. That is as much of a comparison between these two planners I think I can give. Again, I do really like my B6. I like how small it is, and I like how I can maneuver things around and put it where I want it and still have functionality in it, such as being able to put what I'm gonna post each day and still be able to have functionality and have checklists and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you liked this video. Bye.